In partnership with LIGO Hanford Observatory and the generous support of ArtSWAF, Mid-Columbia Ballet engaged 6th through 8th graders at Libby Middle School during the spring of 2018. A teaching artist from the ballet and a LIGO scientist taught students about the science of gravitational waves, the creative process as it applies to making dance, and the similarities between the arts and sciences. Libby students applied their knowledge by creating their own small group choreography and visual artworks. Simultaneously, dancers from the Mid-Columbia Ballet Company choreographed their own site-specific dances to be performed along the LIGO tour, and Pasco High School art students contributed original pieces of visual art for the gallery walk. On May 12, 2018, each of the groups came together in a celebration of gravitational waves, visual art, and dance at the LIGO facility.
We're good.
And we are dancers with Mid-Columbia Ballet. So for the past several weeks, Mid-Columbia Ballet has been working with LIGO to basically learn about what LIGO is and how it contributes to our community. So as you'll see throughout the rest of the tour, each group of dancers was given a prompt to learn about the different things that have their own LIGO. And then we took this prompt and basically interpreted LIGO's words and self-choreographed different little pieces for you.
So our prompt is vacuum, and LIGO has to operate in a pristine vacuum with these beam tubes that surround the interferometer laser, because if any air molecules get into the vacuum, the laser will be moved. Even slight motions to the laser could give them false information and make them detect things that they shouldn't be detecting.
And then this object beside me, this is an instrument created by a Libby Middle School student. This is Bella. Bella. And basically Bella wanted to show how different lengths of an instrument can completely change the sound that an instrument produces. Like how sound vibrations in the tube surrounding the interferometer can completely throw off information that LIGO detects. So we wanted to incorporate this instrument in our piece to honor the innovation being created at Libby Middle School. If you have any questions for Regan and I or Bella, you can come back here after your tour. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So my prompt was filtration, and the reason my prompt was filtration is because that's a huge portion of what the scientists and engineers do here at LIGO. And when I say they're filtering, I mean they're sifting through all of the data they've collected and eliminating the things they pick up called noise. Noise is things such as earthquakes, ocean waves, and even trucks driving by. And I represented those things with the different layers of the music. The song I picked is called Tick Up the Clock because, as you can see, there are 3 clocks up here on the wall, and time is such an important factor when doing this research because they need to know exactly when these things were picked up. And They eliminate those noises by comparing the data they've collected with the other observatory in Livingston.
Our group's prompt was LIGO's mission. In our piece, we used many similar movements, but each one of us did them a little bit differently to represent the minuscule imperfections that LIGO can detect with their mirrors.
At the end of the movement, we used hanging positions to show how gravitational waves are found between stationary hanging masses. We also showed many sets of turning movements to represent the coalescing and orbiting of neutron stars and black holes.
Our prompt was types of gravitational waves, so I've represented waves moving continually in one direction throughout the piece. Continuous waves have been discovered but not yet detected by LIGO yet. A fun fact about our piece was that I was spelling out the word continuous with my movements.
Together, we represented a compact binary in-spiral gravitational wave which is detected when two massive objects orbit each other. When these objects orbit each other, they get closer and closer, increasing in speed. An example of this would be two neutron stars or two black holes. We are here today because LIGO is celebrating the first time these detections were made.
In this piece, my movement represents a burst of gravitational waves. These are sporadic and spontaneous and are tracked statistically. These have not been detected by LIGO yet, but at the end of our piece, we all represented one continuous gravitational wave.